always been a mystery to me, how two hearts can come together and love can last forever. But now that I have found you, I believe that a miracle has come when God sends a perfect one. Now gone are all my questions about why, and I've never been so sure of anything in my life. Oh, I wonder what God was thinking when He created you. I wonder if He knew everything I would need, because He made all my dreams come true. When God made you, He must have been thinking about me.
I promise that wherever you may go, wherever life may lead you, with all my heart I'll be there too. And from this moment on, I want you to know I'll let nothing come between us, and I will love the ones you love. Now gone are all my questions about why, and I've never been so sure of anything in my life.
I wonder what God was thinking when He created you. I wonder if He knew everything I would need, because He made all my dreams come true. When God made you, He must have been thinking about me. He made the sun, He made the moon to harmonize in perfect tune. One can't move without the other, they just have to be together. And that is why I know it's true. You're for me and I'm for you, 'cause my world just can't be right without you in my life. I wonder what God was thinking when He created you. I wonder if He knew everything I would need, because He made all my dreams come true. He must have heard every prayer I've been praying. Yes, He knew everything I would need. When God made you, yes, He did. When dreams come true, when God made you, He must have been thinking about me. At the end of a long day, I can't close my eyes,
Watching you as the sun sets, as it slowly waves goodbye. It's times like these I thank the Lord for the life
simple I love you. And every time I think of you, it almost seems unfair for a man like me to have so many answered prayers. Answered prayers when your heart touches mine. We found a love only few ever find. Answered prayers. Now that you're here, our love grows richer year after year. And if life should end tomorrow, I'd leave a millionaire.
The word of the Lord says in Ephesians 5, wives, be in subjection to your own husband, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ also is the head of the church, being himself the Savior of the body. But as the church is subject to church, so let the wife also be to their husband. And let us pray. Lord, we thank you, Lord, for this time, for this very wonderful occasion. Lord, we are so grateful for you have blessed this marriage. 50 years that you have blessed our marriage, Lord, and it has been a great example to all of us who are also married, that with you in our relationship sa aning marriage kay Attorney Abun, and Lord, sa ilahang marriage, ikaw Ginoo magpadayon, Ginoo mag-bless bisan sa ang occasion karon nga pagkabuhaton sa
into my heart so deep. It's almost too good to be true. I'm in wonder of your kindness. I'm speechless, silenced by how good you are to me.
Now, to begin our ceremony,
when you've seen a lifetime of darkness, you know when it's finally light. When you've made 1,000 wrong choices, from right then and there I knew he was love. And that's all I needed to know. I knew he was love. Bright as the first light of morning, I knew he was love. Deep as the river that flows, I only knew he was love. And that's all I needed to know. Into my weakness and pride, he looked behind my pretenses, and into the heart that I had. For right then and there I knew he was love, and that's all I needed to know. I knew he was love. Bright as the first star of morning, I knew he was love. Deep as the river that flows, didn't know where he came from or where he was planning to go. I only knew he was love, and that's what I needed, love. Deep as the river that morning, I knew he was love. Deep as the river that Mary was floating to goes. I didn't know where he came from or where. I only knew he was love. I only knew he was love.
Beloved, we're gathered together here in the sight of God and His witnesses for the purpose of glorifying God for His goodness and faithfulness to Mr. and Mrs. Abun Sr. 50 years ago, two young couples stood before God to commit themselves to Him. The same couple stands before us still loving each other. The beautiful love of Mr. and Mrs. Abun Sr. share with each other is a proof of God's grace and goodness to them and granted their desires. God has blessed them, Alma, Abun Jr., Adrian, and Lily. The home which they have established had endured this far as God has been their faithful and merciful shepherd. Marriage is to be permanent relationship of one man and one ideal for marriage is that it is a lifetime commitment. That though there is no perfect marriage, but we can strive to make it perfect. Your marriage perfect. To make your marriage more satisfying and enduring. The first one is love. Love is more than a physical attraction. True love is an emotional and spiritual attachment that grows stronger. And then the last, forgiveness. Among the ingredients of marriage, the most important is forgiveness. Forgiveness should not be contingent upon one partner's promising never to make the same mistake again. And forgiveness is accepting the worst
and hoping for the best. May God bless your journey, Mrs. Abun, and those whom they have asked to serve as witnesses with them if there are any. Mr. Abonjo Okit, Senior, I want you to listen to the question I'm about to ask. Hearing it completely, and then answer as you feel persuaded in your heart. 50 years ago, in the presence of your children and grandchildren and this assembly, do you today reaffirm your pledge to live with your wife after God's teaching? Will you continue to love and respect her? Will you continue to stand by her and comfort her through both good and difficult times?
I do. Yes, I do.
Mrs. Miguela Okit, in the same way, I want you to listen to the question I'm about to ask. Will you continue to love and respect him? Will you continue to be honest with and be faithful to him? Will you continue to stand by and comfort him through both good and difficult times? Will you continue to deny yourself if necessary in order to assure him or assure his happiness and well-being?
Yes, I do.
Your vow.
My darling, I promise you from the bottom of my heart that in the remaining years of my feeding life, no matter what happens, my love for you will remain steadfast as ever until the end.
Mrs. Okit, please hold your husband's hand and state your vow.
Abun, I thank the Lord for giving you to me at the time that I planned not to get married because I was already 28 years old and my father, my papa, told me that if I reach 30 years old, I should not get married because it is difficult for a woman to bear children. But then, God sent you to me. You are hulog ng langit. My family, my papa and mama, my siblings, even my relatives. You were always there for us, for them. Not only in material matters, but also in legal matters at Valencia. For almost 20 years, you were always behind them in their court trials or hearings. That you are sincere, trusted, loyal person to the whole of my family, but also because you brought or you raised 5 children following the teachings of the Lord. I thank the Lord that you are my husband, because by the time that you courted me for only about 2 months, because your intention was not to have a girlfriend, but your intention was to win a wife. Because at that time, I do not know personally the Lord as my personal Savior, my Creator. It was you that brought me to know the saving knowledge of the Lord, and even also to our children. By this time, I know already personally the Lord, why He created me, my purpose in life, where will I go after this life in this earth. I know for sure that I'll go to heaven because I have accepted and acknowledged that the Lord Jesus is my Lord and personal Savior. For being so, not only to our children, but also to my own family and our relatives. You are such, or you really have a very generous heart to all of us. Today, in the presence of my children, my grandchildren, my brothers, my relatives, in both sides, the Okit and the Alpitsi, my friends and my visitors, I vow to continue to care for you, to be at your side at all times till the end, because I love you.
By sharing your vows here today as you go there, may the Lord bless your heart's desire. As often as either of you see this circle, you will be reminded of this moment
as a sign of my love and loyalty.
As a sign of my love and loyalty and faithfulness to you, I give this ring.
Thank you very much. You may now be seated.
Remember a trial recycle to bring me gain. Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for making this golden wedding anniversary celebration of Mama Merle and Papa Abun a reality. Thank you for giving them 50 years of fruitful marriage. Thank you for blessing them with loving children as well as with wonderful grandchildren. And this afternoon, Lord, we pray that may you continue to sustain their marriage and their love for one another. May you continue to use them, Lord, as a blessing to a lot of people. We pray, Lord, that may they continue to serve you even in their golden years. And may you also continue to use them as a good role model and as a inspiration to younger couples and even to those who are still planning to get married. We commit, Lord, the rest of the activities this afternoon and we bring back all the praise and honor to you for all these things. We ask in Christ's name.
Senior, for the 50 years of God's faithfulness in their marriage. Congratulations, and to God be the glory. You may now kiss your wife.
The couple together with Mama Agi's family. I'll be I'll never cry, 'cause I'm so devoted to you, and because I'm so devoted. Sir Adrian and Ma'am Abun. Like a river that's so goes someday. Alright, so after the relatives of Attorney Abun, Engineer and Mrs. Carlos Laguna, Mr. Mililo Pechora, Mrs. Wilhelma Tilandoka, Ms. Luis Ventimiglia, Mr. and Mrs. Molina, Mr. and Mrs. Villamayor, Mr. and Mrs. Edgardo Villamayor.
Father, we would like to thank you for this very important affair. This afternoon, oh Lord God, thank you so much for the many, many blessings that you have showered upon Auntie Merlie and Uncle Abun. This 50th year anniversary, oh Lord God. Thank you, Lord God, for their health, blessing them with good health. Thank you also, Lord, for blessing them with children and grandchildren, oh Lord God. And we just continue to thank you also for blessing them with material blessings, oh Lord God, spiritual blessings. Thank you for the blessings, all aspects of their lives, oh Lord God. And I pray right now, Lord God, for Uncle Abun naman.
Sorry, to Attorney and Mrs. Abun Senior, I would like to propose a toast in their honor.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. If I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. If I can't help falling in love with you.
A teacher by profession is a Cebuana whose parents settled in Valencia, Bukidnon in the 1950s. Mama, who was then instructor at Central Mindanao University High School, was at the same time the manager. Papa, while practicing as a lawyer for a period of 3 years since 1963, planned to run for public office, either as provincial board of the province of Bukidnon or municipal mayor of the capital town of Bukidnon, which is Malaybalay, in the local election of 1967, with the Liberal Party, went to Valencia to start meeting people and local politicians for a benefit dance to raise money for the time. Just consider me a friend, holding somebody in Malaybalay, who without his knowledge was already engaged to an army man. Relatives, my papa decided to call it quits with that other lady and decided that Mama countless visits to Musuan and Valencia. Mama was staying then at the president's house. So one Sunday morning, while both were waiting for their food to be delivered from their caterer, Mama was called by the CMU president, the late Suzimo Montemayor, man from Malaybalay. He is a good man. He then said to Mama, among your admirers, he liked the man from Malaybalay. Friends, good friends. With the late Chris and Zen was their border in the early part of 1967. To be not a girlfriend. The courting period started on November 25, 1966 and ended in the latter part of February 1967. So, on February is Julia Ukit Apomong, which also included Mr. and Mrs. Alex Ichon aboard in 2 jeeps, traveled to Valencia to ask for Mama's hand in marriage. But Mama was not in her house. She was in Muswan. I asked her why she did not go home. She said that at that time, she wasn't sure of her feelings. They got married on May 6, 1967. May 7, rather, 1967, in a Catholic church in Central Mindanao University. Islam Catholic, and my mama a Catholic. So the parish priest at CMU agreed to wed them only after a special dispensation was granted by the Bishop of Cagayan de Oro City.
You were requested to guess how many marshmallows kato naka-join sa Anglican. 180. 50. Mrs. Lagwa. And the last one. Ay, wala mo yung number. Okay, wala. Newer. Pag yun. Higher, pag yun sa 150. Mrs. Emilia Ukit, 40. Ma'am Linda Beltran, 50. Mrs. Ofelia Rubio, 86. You have your prize, the sparkling wine. Si kakuha nila Gorby. Si ma'am, magdagnak. O pila ka marshmallow. Ang maka-award. Your age. Okay, thank you. So we will now proceed to the part 2 of the recollection. May I
to 43 of the 50 years of Papa and Mama's marriage. I was born in 1974, while Maggie, Alma, June, and Adrian were born in 1967, 1969. June was in 1970, was simple and uncomplicated. Papa and Mama's life revolved around family, work, social civic organizations, Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Malaybalay City Water. Each of them differs in interest though. Papa was then fond of playing the guitar or singing inspirational hymns a cappella, while Mama was happy with her gardening, cooking, and crocheting. And Papa would tell her to cut all the trees, but then she enjoyed its fruits. These days, Papa still sings a cappella, and Mama is busy with her gardening and cooking. But most of their time are now spent in front of the television. Papa watches the news and sports, while Mama is interested in anything, and also, she is also busy with Bethel Baptist Hospital as a trustee and the Government Retirees Association. Birthdays were then celebrated with birthday cake, lechon manok, and chicken noodle soup. And so most of the time, we were out in the streets playing patintero, tumbalata, shato, taguan, balay-balay. But then we had the bell also at home, and then if it's time for us to go home, the bell would have to ring. Christmas programs evolved where the children showcase their skills, antiques, and Pagtuma are great providers and workaholics. Papa continues to read and research at home and even argue in his dreams. While Mama always worked beyond the usual 5 p.m. and even on Saturdays. Work and sacrifices with diligence and perseverance in our studies, and now in our respective endeavors. Early on, we were taught the value of independence and hard work. Each of us had an assigned task at home, especially on vacations. Maggie and Alma were then the cooks. They prepare lunch and dinner on rotation. While Jill and Adrian were house cleaners. They have assigned floor areas to scrub. They worked hard to enable us to experience college life in faraway universities for college, and in the process, we learned to spread our wings and fly. They do give sound advices, solicited or unsolicited. This will learn the value of respect, to properly accept each other's views, opinions, and choices in life. The love and the care that they have for each other is also worthy of recognition. Festival merienda in tow, which consists of milk, the loaf bread. 1990s, when Mama was in Manila, for Papa will be taken care of by all of us. So each of us have ensured that Mama's gestures of love and concern were recognized and appreciated. That combined in their 50 years of togetherness. Their personalities are opposite, but it well complemented each other because their chinaware was broken. Papa pacifies. And he would say, "Palit na lang dagbag o." While Papa has almost no questions asked on night outs, Mama is almost hesitant on letting us go. Foremost, Papa and Mama's faith and trust in God is inspiring. This and all could probably be instrumental in the Huwarang Pamilyang Pilipino Award given to our family from the Office of the Municipal Mayor back in 1997. So to Papa and Mama, we will cherish the life lessons that we learned from you. We are forever grateful for the love, for the care, respect, the sacrifices that you have shared to us all this year.
Thank you for your wonderful Abun. I'll call a representative from the friends of my mother and father. First, to former Judge Jesus Barroso. May I call you, sir, Attorney Barroso? Attorney Jesus Barroso, for your greetings.
First, congratulations again. Abun, we became after sponsoring a marriage of his daughter. My group as a bachelor was here in Balay, the young professionals. Abun was very reclusive, I would say. He did not join our group because, of course, you are from Balay is from Valencia. Marie, I have not met her. But we became friends and acquaintance with Abun, and I became a prosecutor fiscal then. We would meet in court. He as a defense lawyer, as a prosecutor. But later on, we somehow became close because I became a judge at TC. Abun was specializing, especially because he specialized in civil cases. I seldom meet him in criminal cases. And we only met when we became very close in senior association. Si Brother Abun, Brother Pari Abun, is, as I said, a very, very reclusive, a private person. Although, as I said, he specializes in civil cases, somehow we would, as a judge, we would have different opinion in a case. But there was one or two big cases where we joined our minds, followed the same stream, and we had somehow made a very good, I made a good decision. We joined with the same mind, but somehow we lost it in the Supreme Court. And that was it.
So, at least na-meet ko yung mga brothers ko for more than 5 years, 10 years. Kasi I'm living in Parawi in Manila. Tapos, nandito sila sa Bukidnon. Pero anyway, importante, buhay tayo, living. So, thank you po. At saka sa kay Manong Abun, sila Mading Merlie, sila ang na ngayon na namin yung parang take over as parent kasi sila na ang elder kong sister.
Attorney Abun has been our chairman of the board of directors. Director siya sa Water District for more than 24 years. Ulit na say, pero kada eleksyon, way pasalig kinanglan si Attorney Okitray atong chairman. Kay once he handles the meeting and make decisions, mura ka, parang lang nakasandal sa pader. Kuan yun, legal-minded, kaya of course, abogado man, di ka mahadlok mo implement sa imong gustong implement because he is backing you. Mura ba, with people like Attorney Okit to be in the board of directors, you know you're in the proper track and you will not be lost along the way. And we were very happy because we have accomplished a lot of things, more than those accomplished by other water district. Daghan kay kahimo because of his leadership. He is so brilliant. Ang iya sa mga position papers on questions of law, especially on water district, i-adapt sa uban ng mga water district and even adopted by the Philippine Association of Water District representing Northern Mindanao. Ini sa Region 10, siya ang dipili sa mga water district to represent Region 10. He was well traveled at the time and the law requires and allows it. So, ingon si Dr. Merlie, na kumapil kasi sa torneo kina. Dili mi pwede kay ang papel ni Dr. Merlie na problema ko, no? Problema. Di ito, makaban sila kay na problema. But I told them, ay na kung pagunaw na problema, dalha din ang papel niya. Dalas Merlie, kami na bahala ng uban. So, nasulbad ang problema. Nakakuha na yun siya passport and was able to travel abroad. Merlie, di asal sa senior citizens Japon. Kay, when I retired, I feel that energy on me nga, kung retired I am still capable of doing things. Magamit pa ako, maglingkod-lingkod lang ko sa akong rocking chair. I am just wasting my time. Akong gi-waste akong potential and I'll be having the crime of omission. Grabe ang iyang enthusiasm to serve. Grabe ang iyang mga initiatives, his plans, programs. And I was very happy kay imagine akong kauban sa Retirees Association, mga doktor sa education. Tony Okit and Madam Merlie to hold hands while listening to the recordings. Till death do us part. Do you know what that means? As long as I live, there'll never be anyone but you. And when the time comes that God will be calling us by name, I pray ever the first, because I couldn't live without you anyhow. Till death do us part, for better or for worse, well, that's only a question which asks. If I'd stick out when the going get rough, well, I only had to think how rough life would be without you. And I know I could go through anything, as long as you love me. For richer or poorer, well, that's not a problem. If I have all the kingdoms of the world, I'd still be poor without you. And yet, though I'm poor, I'm the richest man in the world if I had your love. Till death do us part, in my arms, in my heart, in my dreams, and with every breath I take, I think of you. Because for me, you're the reason for new day dawn. Because I love you so much, and I always will, till death do us part. Thank you.
At the outset, I would like to express my congratulations and best wishes to our celebrants. Of course, the couple are very prominent persons in the community, so I know them. But one thing that I will never forget with Attorney Abun is when he was one of the panel members who interviewed the applicants for the presidency of Bukidnon State College at the time. And he asked me a certain question, which I cannot, of course he asked me the question, what I can do for Bukidnon State College. What will you do? And I said, one of the things that I will do for Bukidnon State College is to work hard to become one of the prominent institutions in the country. But most of all, I told you that I will work hard that Bukidnon State College will become a university. And also I said, we will open a School of Law, College of Law in the university. And with that, I think I got his nudge when he supported me in my application for the presidency of Bukidnon State College of University. On the other hand, Dr. Rocky was one of the pillars of Bukidnon State College. She was one of my trusted colleagues.
You know, my wife is indisposed for 2.5 weeks. And it's the second day. She's a little alright and we didn't like to miss your affair. Siguro, ako ang pinakakaraan ng amigo ni Abun. Kay classmate din kami. Ikan sa grade 5. Antong pagdiwas sa secondary normal. Si Abun comes from a humble family. But he is a man of dignity and purpose and direction. While I talk a lot, Abun was quiet, always in the background. But he had excellent grades. He had excellent grades. He had a cousin or an uncle, si Apolinario, and Charita, I think, is in brilliant people, Texas. Humble but deep. I think that is why ang intermarriage sa mga galopo, mga helior, sa ining mga buhog, okay, nakaproduce ako mga pagumangkot nga valedictorians, honors. Salamat kayo sa inyong pedigree. Pero kung ba't ito Abun, naglisod si Abun pag-eskwela sa elementary. I like to mention this so the children will know. Pag-eskwela mo ni Abun sa elementary, wala may sapatos. Kalakaw lang kami. Yung kanandalang ikas ka na sungay, ikas malay-balay, dagkok yung bato. Dilipas karon sa pintado, mas pagtap. Di ba? Dagkok yung bato. Pag-hide kami. I think there were times that Abun and Pauline didn't even have lunch. Like me. Kaya ako naglisod sa pagkukay. At the time ko, yung mas pare, di ba? Oh. So, we were quite poor. But we struggled. And Abun here was very quiet. It never came to my mind that Abun will be a lawyer. In fact, we all finished teaching, di ba? Not because we wanted to become teachers, but it was the only. But then, when Abun became a teacher, deep inside he had a burning desire to be a lawyer. And he got the provincial exam, and he topped that exam. He was interviewed, he was taken, and being a minority was an added asset, and Abun sacrificed to study land of Savior. Abun was a lawyer. And you know, when you work as a lawyer for the government, halos gratis, it amores, mas mga abogado, di ba? Kamay kang isuldo bayad sa imo. Oh. And I like to apologize tonight. That kaming mga presidente sa inyo failed to give honor to Abun successful. And si Merlie here, you're lucky to have Merlie. I think it would have been a different story kung namin yung kaglain. Abi mo nga, no? Nakaila ko, hindi nga bayhana. We were not associates in CMU, kaya hindi naman siya sa BSU. Pero when he was here in BSU, BSC, we worked together. And Merlie was hardworking. But during their early marriage, he tried to pull out Abun from many of the cobwebs in his life history. Si Abun, dili fighter. He just accept things as it came along. But Merlie was an inspiration. You remember Merlie used to come to me? Sir, ay mo classmate. Ano? I think more than the fact that he does not feel good, he is emotionally affected. The stress that is getting emotionally is more than his physical ailment. Please talk to him. And I'm confessing now that is why I talked to you twice, because there was a secret command from your wife. And when it comes from Merlie, it's not a request. It is a command. And you know why? I saw the igniting love and concern that he had for her husband. Diba? So, thank you, Merlie, for giving my classmate too much concern. And I confess to you now that dili nagikan lang sa ako. It's because of her prodding that I went to you twice. Kasi nagsultat ta sa gate, dahil sa mga opisina dahil sa ilang Mr. Villanueva, what is your cousin, the wife? He's an apo, diba? So, thank you very much for listening, but this part of the story. Si Abun here is a long mile of 1,500 meters run. Bisan og ang among kinaon kamuti lang. I don't know how we survived running the long miles because we had the same event, but he was a better athlete than myself. Pero may ako last elementary classmate of mine to what you are now. Thank the Lord. Merlie, you're a very good leader of our retirees, di ba? So, I'm very sure I'll go ahead of you, take care of the retirees. Without Merlie, di ba? Patayin na ang retirees club. Patayin na. Because he's so dedicated, so, not like me. If I am tired and I don't like to do a thing, I don't do it. But Merlie here, she does her job with efficiency, love, and devotion. That's why when the children are giving tribute, I said, yes.
Brad Abun and Sister Merlie, I know them when I was still very young, though they do not know me. We started to know each other when I became a member of the Malay Lions Club. And Brother Abun and Sister Merlie are the charter members. When in fact, He is now the only living chapter member of the Malay Lions Club. And I also witnessed how Brother Abun led our Malay Lions Club. I know him more when I become also the board member of the Malay Water District. We were together with that board for 18 years because he served the Malay City Water District 24 years and 3 months, and we were together for 18 years. Kay pag last day na sa service, ika-18 year na ako to. So I still continue now as a board director. Wala naman siya. His medicines. And I really appreciate how they care and love each other. So congratulations, Sister Merlie and Brother Abun.
Newlywed for second wedding, the 50th anniversary. I didn't know that I was the one to speak tonight. Kay si Perla ang dimension ni Jimmy nga, how poor we were after the war. When we went to school, ang mga lalaki had to go to school barefoot. Mga babae in clogs or sometimes in barefoot isa. We were so poor after the war. We had only maybe 1 to 2 dresses, and life was so poor. I remember I used to get hungry before 12 o'clock. We had little to eat. That was our experience in this earth. So thank you and good evening.
Everyone. At the outset, may I convey again my heartfelt and warmest congratulations to Attorney Abun and my dear friend Merlie. And we shared many memorable experiences until we graduated at the age of 22. Maybe among them is we had our first love in Muswan. We graduated with her 3 children and several grandchildren and a son and a daughter-in-law. And so, my dear friend, I wish you both, Attorney and Merlie, to maybe give us a little more years to live. Remember, friend, by next year you will be 80 years old too, you and me. And I wish you good health, be happy with your family, and God bless. Thank you.
I work to the door, I can take it more. Is that you love me down again. Baby, I try to find a little time, and I'll make you mine. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why took you fill me up? Bodies of why do you fill me up? Bodies of baby, just let me down. You don't mess me around, nothing worse of all. You never do, baby, when you say you will. I like you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You're all that I have from the start. So build me all that I have from the start. So build me up.
The night is getting late, so I just would like to acknowledge with thanks all those who have participated or have honored our invitation tonight. Thank you for coming, and we will really treasure your presence tonight.
So, daghang kayong salamat sa amuang mga higala gikan sa Gideon's International, Mount Kitanglan Lions Club, sa Government Retirees Association of Bukidnon, sa among mga relatives from Kalasungay, from from Daluangan, from Valencia, Yuran, from Manila, and also from Malay-Malay. Ang among mga higala tanan sa akadem o sa among simbahan o sa among sa Muswan, Mr. and Mrs. Amado Montimayor, Mrs. Gregorio, among makauban sa CMU, Dr. and Mrs. Arthur Blancaber, among higala sa CMU, o akong mga higala sa Davao, Mrs. Amparo Banawis and Mrs. Merlie Carlin, o ang tanan ngayon kaninyo, daghang salamat o kamutanan nakahatag o kalipay o inspiration sa among celebration karon nga gabi. So to God be all the glory of what has been done today and during the past days. So thank you very much for your attendance. It's really added color and inspiration to us, even to the children. We also would like to thank our children from Maggie, Alma, Junior, Adrian, and Alili for sponsoring this big affair tonight, from the mga damit, to the shoes, to the decoration, to the food, everything was sponsored by our 5 children. Thank you very much.
Celebrate the party and then celebration. Let's celebrate or have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time.
Are you supposed to get these songs, of course? Everything is fine, you're in the